Hello everyone, my name is Elisa. I'm one of the developers of Fantasy Kommander-Eukarion Wars, and I'm here today to tell you about our project. The first game, named Fantasy Commander, was a flash game that we released some years ago. The game we are developing right now is an evolution of that game on a much bigger scale. What you probably don't know, however, is that the game Fantasy Commander was actually born as a real-life battle simulation.
Today you will die, Abyss! For the glory of the Empire!
Unfortunately, it had a couple of drawbacks that we didn't consider at first. So we soon discovered that finding new players wasn't as easy as we had initially thought.
Critical hit! Critical hit! Critical hit! Critical hit! Critical hit! Critical hit! Ahua! Aha!
Hey man, what is that for real?
Would you like to play?
Oh shit!
After this experience, we decided to turn the game into a board game. But even in this case, we found out we had some minor issues.
You cheater!
Then the next obvious step was to turn the game into a video game. Fantasy Kommander-Eukarion Wars is a turn-based strategy game with RPG elements. The gameplay is inspired to classic battle simulation games, but it was adapted to the modern standards of user interaction. It is based on a traditional hex map, with a wide variety of terrains and units available. Every unit is like an RPG character, with its own abilities and characteristics that level up with experience. The game features an extremely detailed battle system that takes into consideration several important factors, including terrains, the state of health and morale of the units involved in the fight, the orientation of the armies, and many more. During single-player campaigns, players will take control of 3 heroes, each one belonging to a different race, and each one controlling a different army with its own characteristic units. The game has a total of about 70 different fighting units. We put a lot of care in the development of the setting, which is based on a huge fantasy version of medieval Europe. Everything that you can see on the map is the result of researches aiming at a coherent fusion between reality and fantasy following the tradition of European epic and fantasy literature. We like to think that Fantasy Kommander-Eukarion Wars shows how medieval Europe could have been if orcs, magics, dragons and demons of the abyss were real. We worked for 2 years on this project. We are independent and we self-finance the entire development. So if you like strategy games, RPGs and fantasy settings, you cannot miss the opportunity to contribute to the success of Fantasy Commander. Thank you in advance for your support.
Commanders and units of all the armies of Eukarion are drawn up on boundless battlefields. Who will forge the destiny of the continent of the sacred pillars?
My best unit!